list, just so you know that they had great resources. The point of it is not only to raise your awareness of what the dirtiest are, but to help you decide maybe what's the most important for you when it comes to buying them. What do you do if it breaks the bank to buy the organics? What you can do is technically to wash off some of those pesticides. I am partially in agreement with this procedure because it does come from a good resource, but I also am somewhat hesitant since I know that there is cross-spraying, etc. You make your own decision. The idea in general, if it's too small to read, is you either use a water and vinegar mixture, salt water, or baking soda and water. So some sort of corrosive element in water for about 20 minutes of soaking. Careful though if you have berries or grapes, because it can impact the skin. I personally have a hard time with washing produce other than maybe apples or something sturdy, because I'm sort of rough on our produce. And I might even lose track of time. I try to get them pre-washed. But seriously, if you're really diligent, this might be an answer for you, other than obviously raising your own food, or maybe going to a co-op, maybe know that the produce has been raised sustainably. Purpose, again, is to be a dangerous consumer and think, how important is it for you that it is organic? Now, the last point I want to mention about this is, if your reason for buying organic is not just to keep yourself healthy, but for the environment. What I see over and over is parents or grandparents buying the organics in the name of the children and the environment. Well, as a master recycler and composter, I can tell you how some of those packages are not recyclable. Let's think of, now I don't know if Juicy Juice is actually organic, but that has 7 layers of packaging. Ain't no way in heck that's going to be recycled. Take a good look at the packaging if it says that it's organic, that the food is organic. If it's in a styrofoam container, like a lot of those little bite-sized foods are for 2-year-olds, there is not a market for styrofoam. If it's heavily laden in plastic, or in even let's say a bag of chips, and it says industrial composting possible. Unless you are in an industrial facility that does composting and buying those chips, it's going to stay in the garbage can. Make sure that the reason you're buying organic is for your own health and not so much for whether it gets recycled, because even though the organic side might be great for the environment, the packaging itself might wreck the whole thing. Since the market has changed constantly, I would not even use that as a reason for buying the product. Oh, it's not only it's organic, but this package, well, that just nullified the whole thing. It just incenses me when I see that a person is trying to do good and then they chuck it. Thinking, well, so much for the organic part then. Do you want to feed the landfill, which leaches into your water that you drink? Or do you want to feed the soil? It's tough. Just be a dangerous consumer. And then there was a scenario, since we're talking about washing produce, there was a scenario that made me want to take a shower. I felt so gross after it.